everyone, welcome back to Budivis Live. It's a great pleasure for me, Didi, to see you again today. We are going to review one of our iconic product called Bali Tribal Mask. So this kind of a Bali and Wholesale tribal mask is kind of a wooden decoration that made and then shaped like a facial expression. So this one is perfect for expressing like a facial, or somehow you can put it as part of this cultural ceremonies, religious part, because normally in previous life the tribal cultures using this kind of a wooden mask to part of a ceremony, ritual, or representing a very indigenous object. So this kind of a tribal mask is also one of the highest cultural heritage that coming from a certain part of mission that actually originally originated in Bali, and all of our Balinese craftsmanship or our kind of artisans are doing this kind of a wooden decoration not only for the aesthetic appeal but also to part of the religious things and also kind of a protection, because some people believe who still having this kind of a certain of a culture believe this kind of a mask is also part of protection in their life. Okay, but before we continue, guys, allow me to invite you again to subscribe our YouTube channel and also visit our Facebook and Instagram at Budivis. Do not forget also to visit our website at www.budivis.com to see all of our products. So let's review the tribal wooden mask. Right, so the first one, this is how the tribal wooden mask look like. So this kind of a beautiful thing is actually part of a very strong tribal cultures. So as you may see, the way they carve the mask is totally different. So they use this kind of a wooden, and that's kind of a thick wooden that are very sustainable and eco-friendly. In Budivis, we always emphasize that our material that we use are all not impacting too much to the environment. So that's why we still have to preserving the environment, preserving the nature, and giving them the best way to making it a beautiful creatures or beautiful creation like this. So this tribal wooden mask, as you may see, the detail of how it carved is actually very attention to details. You may see the types of the crown used by this beautiful wooden mask, and this is how it beautifully function with the shape of the facial, and you can have this as part of the aesthetic appeal as well. And some culture also believe this kind of a to include in a religious ceremony. For example, they would like to celebrating harvest, a kind of a ancestral ceremony, that coming home, and also kind of a religious ceremony. They use this kind of a wooden mask as part of the performance. So not only part of the protections and also aesthetic appeal for your wooden decoration or home decor, this one also can be part of something that feel really religious and also related into something ritual for them. Okay, let me show you the other example that we got over here. So not only the one in female function, so we have also them in a part of a male function. So for example, here we use a combination of the wooden itself, and then we use a kind of a typical of Balinese way of culture. So here we use a man that having a kind of a male crown that we call udeng as part of the kind of Balinese people normally use this for anytime they want to go to the temple. So this usually worn by a male like this. So as you may see, the detail of the facial expression, as you may see, is kind of a very silly expression, but that's how it will be representing how it will be like the facial expression. So if you would like to emphasize someone's character and someone's facial expression, you can have this kind of a multiple expression to express how you're going to be having your kind of a feeling in part of a handicraft like this. You can choose this kind of a tribal mask. And other than that, we have also different type of the wooden mask that we have. So whether you would like to have something like an oval, or you would like to have like a more into like a circle like this, yes, that's totally awesome, right? because all the details are just making something that very amusement and kind of a very good for entertainment. Because why? They use this kind of a wooden tribal mask not only to represent how indigenous the tribal and how indigenous the culture is, but also it can also performing like your facial preference. And also guys, I would like to remind as well that in Budivis you can order in bulk, because you look no other places than Budivis. Because why? We can always making the shipment very carefully be arranged with a very safety packaging arrangement, and also then we will also having our customer service available 24/7 to answer any of your inquiries. And also if you have any comments or review our product when they ship into your house, you can also contact our customer service to ensure that we are providing the best service to you guys. And when you order in bulk, we can serve you and arrange the best packaging to you, so no hassle necessary. It will reach your home address or business address perfectly perfect. So that's why you can order in bulk in Budivis. There is no other place you can order in Budivis, because why? We are in one of the biggest reseller in Bali. We are kind of a reseller, wholesale in Bali. We produce the items, so that's why you're not only getting a very safety packaging to reach your home, but also you will get the best prices through us, because we are one of the biggest wholesale in Bali. And also for those who really just want to start that kind of a business in jewelry, handicrafts, you can order through us, because as many as you order, you will get the better price. So for example, you would like to combine this kind of a silly expression of the tribal wooden mask, you can also have kind of a female expression. That's totally possible. Let me show you also the other part that we got also over here. We can have a different sizes and shapes. So for example, they might look similar, but as you may see, the detail of the crown is totally different. So this is how the combination of the Semitic culture also being represented over here. So we use the facial expression over here, and it's actually can be worn as a mask. So anybody who would like to have like a performance and emphasizing one of a kind of a cultural heritage, you can have this one not only for your decoration item at your home, but also you can have this one as part of religious material. Normally when we are celebrating kind of a art celebration or somehow harvesting celebration, all the part of the cultural function that here is not only using for the tribal mask, and it's also become part of the ritual and also the ceremony, but them also being used part of a kind of a protection, because we believe that this tribal mask can just invite the ancestors to come home, and then they can deliver the best thing to the belongings. So this one is also best for you to have like a social and also supporting the community. Why? Because this is how we would like to combine and we would like to go back to the community, because when there are arts performance relating into something ritual and also religious, it will blend into a social harmony of the community itself. So that's why this one as the wooden mask is also believed as part of a symbol that may conclude some community and to stick again together, and then they can pass the ritual, and then all the beautiful life they can reach the balancing of their kind of a way to the God, and also a way to the between human and also to the environment. It's because we believe also this tribal cultures is like very similar like a Balinese culture, that we need to combine the harmony between nature, human, and also God to present all the balancing and harmony in life. So that's why this kind of a tribal cultures is also really matching with our kind of a Balinese philosophy. So that's why all the wooden masks tribal that we made in Bali are emphasizing more into that culture. And look at the facial expression, it can combine and it can arrange, it can express kind of so many facial expression. So for example, we have two different sizes over here with two different kind of items. Here we use a kind of a leaf. As you may see, leaf as a part of the crown is also very strong carve over here. So you can also having your kind of own size or own shape or any kind of own kind of a character that we would like to emphasize. We will create and making it as closely as possible to match your order. So for example, we combine also the beautiful leaf over here, kind of a beautiful squeeze over here. That's why it can present how beautiful the handicraft is. Right, other than that, we also have something typically like a difference. So for example, you would like to combine a kind of a female dressing, how the wooden mask, this tribal, can emphasizing the woman. So we have the two different kind of the woman itself representing over here. So here is more into like a oval, and here is more into like a circle. So for example, if you would like to have more Balinese style, you can choose this one. So we represent like a more into like a frangipani flower, and also kind of a beautiful belonging of the heads over here. And if you would like to have a kind of a more into that tribal Semitic culture, or any kind of a related into Thai, or somehow more into like a mature woman, you can have this one actually. So this kind of a two different masks you can always be customized, because why our craftsmanship will choose the own kind of a very good material, and we will ensure the eco-friendly material that we use can represent how the facial expression would be. So that's why it's clearly be seen as a part of a wooden mask like this. And not worry, because you have maybe a question on how it to be hang. We have a kind of a hanging at the back of the mask. So when you would like to put it on the wall, you can just simply stick it on your part of the wall, and then it will fit your wall home decor, because you would like to beautify your bedroom or your kind of a hotel room, coffee room, library. You can have this kind of a thing. It's also part of the wooden decoration. And also we have a kind of a shape at the back of the wooden mask, so that's why it will not affecting the shape of the mask itself, because it will be carefully hang like this. So at the back we use a kind of a very strong rope to make it hang carefully. So that's why we would like to emphasize that all the wooden masks that we have are emphasizing and enriching and also beautify your home decor. Okay, not only this one, we have also a kind of a typical other of a tribal mask. We can also have it in different shapes. So for example, we use the familiar shape of the cat over here, or cat is represented as a part of a animal that bringing so much fortune to all the belongings. So that's why this kind of a belief is also one of a thing that very indigenous cultural that would like to celebrate life, because somebody who have a kind of a fancy or fond into some animals, they also can express it through this kind of a wooden mask. Whether you would like to have a cat like this, or you would like to have a dog, or even kind of a fishes, you also can have this one. And also imagine of having it hanging in part of your kind of a decoration, library, home, living room. So this is actually kind of something that really eye-catching. So that's why any guest that come will just feel like they're kind of interest on something that you have a certain kind of a taste that nobody can personalize. So this kind of a wooden tribal mask that also can interpret your kind of a very personalized texture, and also kind of a personalized taste, and can be making your guests very interested on your belongings. So that's why this kind of a beautiful tribal mask is also, once again, it's very easy to hang. So it's actually perfect for you if you would like to have it as your home decor. So because when it's hang, let me show you how it's going to be hang. You can just place it in any kind of a thing, whether you would like to rope or somehow you can have it hang like this. So it's totally typically very easy to do. So that's why this one thing is actually one of a simple decoration that you can have, but also it can having a kind of a simple protection to your home. And other than that, we have also different kind of a shapes that we got. So for example, we have this kind of two different faces. So here is more like a smiling face, like a happy faces, and these two you can represent as somebody having two faces. So whether you would like to put it like this, or whether you would like to put it like this, or just hang it, and it can interpret a kind of a symbol. So for example, if you would like to have this kind of a protection, or not having so many people that are willing lie to you, they would like to have this other face in their hand, so you can have this kind of a symbol as part of a decoration. But also how you would like to interpret that you don't like somebody that yelling just behind you and then talking about you just behind you. This kind of a wooden mask is also something that is very good to have, because because it's actually kind of really representing the symbol, but not only the representing the symbol, but also telling us about the philosophy of life. So that's why this kind of a happy faces, two different faces, that's actually perfect for you to use as a home decor. And also this can have a kind of a social and community function as well. And also this will be making more into an aesthetic appeal. That's why you can have this kind of a beautiful things. It's also not only use the protection ceremony, aesthetic appeal, but also you can have this as part of the religious and ritual function. Right, and other than that, we have also different shape of the wooden mask that we have. If you would like to have a kind of a very simple but yet silly but also unique kind of a decoration, you can choose this one, because this one is representing more into like a children. So if you would like to gift it somebody for a newborn, or somehow you would like to have somebody just turning 10 or on their putting into teenager's life, or you would like to have a kind of a one of a kind, not only very surprising wedding gift, or also kind of a home or housewarming gift, you can choose this kind of a wooden decoration, because trust me, it's going to be a kind of a very unique gift that you present to somebody that is celebrating something, because this kind of a tribal wooden mask is having so many good philosophy about the environment, about the ritual, about the ceremony, and also about the religious aspect. So this kind of a one thing in a gift is actually passing a very good symbol of your kind of wishes to anybody who celebrate housewarming, or presenting to anybody who just newlyweds, or somehow you would like to give somebody as a gift of their birthday. So this kind of a thing is actually something that you need to think to very thoughtful gift for anybody. Right, and other than that, we have also the other part of the sample that we get over here. So this is the other part of a facial expression of a woman. So here we use more like a symbol of the leaf and then flowers, and this is the other part of the lotus flowers over here. So it is also can part of the community symbol, and also kind of a very good for religious and ritual protection, because in Bali and also some in tribal and Semitic function, where they use this part of celebrating kind of a harvest, celebrating also a kind of a, achievement in life. They use this kind of a wooden mask. It's also a part of a performance. So that's why this art performance is the best for you guys if you would like to emphasize not only for decoration, but also to have this kind of a more into aesthetic appeal, and also kind of a celebrating religious and ritual function. You can order this too. So do not forget to always purchase your order and purchase this wooden tribal mask through Budivis, because why we always offer a very competitive price. And once again, as many as you order, you will get a better price and cheaper price for us. So all the tribal wooden masks are available in so many facial expressions, not only the one that we review. If you would like to see all of our product collection, please do not forget to visit our website www.budivis.com. So I hope you enjoy our live today about the tribal wooden mask. We would like to see you next time with the most and more unique and also interesting products to review. So thank you so much guys for watching. Before that, I would like to invite you again guys, do not forget to subscribe our YouTube channel, and me, Didi, and all my tribal wooden masks today. Going to see you again next time. Thank you so much for watching once again. Thank you and bye bye.